The Fabulous 413 podcast is funded by the UMass 5 College Credit Union, dedicated to creating access to financial well-being for local people, businesses, and communities. Insured by NCUA, umass5.coop.
Welcome to the Fabulous 413. I'm Khalees Smith.
And I'm Monty Belmonte. Later in the show, live music Wednesday with the dynamic Celtic ensemble Socks in the Frying Pan, before you can catch them tonight at the Iron Horse in Northampton.
And we'll learn what parts of the English language are okay to just use now without financial repercussions, since they've lost their trademark with word nerd Emily Brewster.
But first, it's holiday season, and that means a number of songs that we eschew at other times of the year are heavily on display right now.
And just down the street from us, our local orchestra is gathering music of many nations and traditions together for a seasonal program that embraces us all. This Saturday, December 13th, you have the opportunity to celebrate the holiday season with the Springfield Symphony Orchestra and Chorus in a program that blends holiday classics with the spirit of Latin music.
William Waldrop returns as guest conductor to lead the orchestra in Latin-inspired versions of beloved classics. Guest vocalist Florencia Cuenca will take center stage to perform favorites like Feliz Navidad, and the Springfield Symphony Chorus will be featured in several pieces, including Jordanas, an evocative three-movement suite of carols from Venezuela, Catalonia, and Puerto Rico.
We are joined by conductor William Waldrop, vocalist Florencia Cuenca, and Heather Casey Roberts, president and CEO of the Springfield Symphony Orchestra. Thank you for joining us to talk about one of the coolest concerts that any orchestra can put on all year round.
Thank you for having us. We're so happy to be back.
It's weird because it feels like holiday times are the times that people think of symphonies the most.
Absolutely. Well, because you have like the Nutcracker.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much stuff going on all the time. Cirque does all their Christmas shows. It's like holiday, because everybody has so much free time. That's why you have to pick the best one. Our concert is the best one, December 13th with William and Florencia. Only choice to make.
Springfield Symphony Orchestra is an underwriter of NEPM, and we're not allowed to make qualified statements about our underwriters.
I totally messed that up. I mean, our concert is a concert, and you should come.
You can't even say you should come.
Our concert is a concert
that is available for you to come to.
On December 13th.
Yes, that's the way.
You can get tickets at springfieldsymphony.org.
That's the way it works.
I broke it, and I know this.
Florencia, you're the featured vocalist in this. Are you part of this three-movement suite of carols, or are you going to be singing some of the more of the holiday classics that we mentioned before?
Oh, well, first of all, thank you for having me. I am so excited to go to Springfield. I have never been on Springfield, so I'm so excited to be there, especially doing this holiday concert because I am obsessed with the holidays. Like, this is my favorite season.
Yes.
So I'm the perfect person for this.
Yes, you are.
And I'm going to be singing some of the classics bilingually, so Spanish and English, which is so exciting. I am so grateful with William and the orchestra for trying new things. That's what we have to do right now, so everybody can feel seen and heard and safe, especially doing this music, especially during the holidays. I am, so happy to be doing this.
Florencia, is this similar to some of the work that you've done for Broadway? Like, you've done Broadway in Spanglish, like translating Broadway classics into Spanish. Did you have to do any translation for this show?
Yes, I did some of the translations for the songs, and I always find that fascinating because I see myself as both, right? I've been here in the States for 10 years now. So sometimes when I'm speaking, even when I'm speaking fully in Spanish, some English words come to my mind now, and I'm like, oh, I need to switch. Like, it's natural now for me. And the other way around also, when I am talking in English and I forget the word, I need to go back to my Spanish, then I say it in Spanish and I remember the word in English so I can keep going. That's how my brain works, and that's how a lot of brains work. You would be so surprised, especially here in the tri-state area. We have so many Latinos, and I am so excited that we're doing this. I think we need to do more bilingual and Spanglish work in the States.
I was eavesdropping in on a conversation in a cafe in Northampton the other day where my friends, who I both knew, but I was sitting near them, speak Spanish and English, and the ease in which they flow from one to the other and back is always, it's so lovely to me. I think it's amazing. it's a magic power that I almost have, but not quite.
Liz does it here
I'm
sometimes.
with you.
Yeah.
Barely
You can
there.
practice.
But with French, which nobody can speak back to me in. So as I'm practicing Spanish, because I've been trying very hard to learn, I find myself constantly going back to French and then doing the same thing in my head and going, wait a second, I don't even know where I was going.
When I started learning Japanese, the same thing was happening, but with Spanish.
Okay.
Like I would substitute Spanish words
Yep.
for things that I knew, and no one had any idea what was
very
happening.
different languages there.
I love that. And I love that no one had any idea. You don't have to apologize. It's like, this is how I talk. Deal with it. Learn some languages.
Learn some new words.
Yes, exactly. Learn new words. It's the letter of the day.
Somehow we're not talking about language. We're talking about music.
are.
And the Springfield
Music is a
Symphony
language.
Orchestra certainly is. Their holiday concert that's happening this Saturday, December 13th at Symphony Hall in Springfield. And we're joined by Heather Casey Roberts, the president and CEO of the orchestra, as well as vocalist Florencia Cuenca, and the conductor, the guest conductor for this holiday concert this weekend, William Waldrop. William, I know that you've done a lot of Broadway stuff as well. It seems like a lot of your work has surrounded Phantom of the Opera in many incarnations of Phantom, as well as other Andrew Lloyd Webber musicals. Are you exclusive to Andrew Lloyd Webber when it comes to musical conducting in Broadway? Or are you...
Apparently I am. Yes. Hi. Thanks so much for having me. You know, I feel blessed all the time and grateful to be able to work on Andrew Lloyd Webber shows, because the music of Andrew Lloyd Webber is so passionate and romantic and, you know, runs the whole gamut of any kind of style. So I love doing that. And, you know, it was actually through Masquerade that I found Florencia Cuenca, because I worked on that show with a fellow musical colleague, Nadia de Giornardo. And she was the supervisor for Real Women Have Curves, which was a starring role for Florencia on Broadway. And she connected us. And I'm so glad, because Florencia is truly a star and an amazing vocalist and musician and singer, songwriter, everything. And we're excited to bring her to Springfield. And, you know, Springfield has a vibrant Latine community, and we really wanted to include that community this year in the program. And so really excited about it.
Speaking of that program, I am really intrigued by this Jornadas suite, because I can't quite find what pieces are a part of it.
Exactly. Well, the Jornadas Suite is actually going to be a piece to feature the Springfield Symphony Chorus, which is directed by Nikki Stoya, and they sing on the holiday program every year. I love working with the chorus as well as the orchestra, but I always like to find a piece to feature them and let Springfield hear how amazing they are. And this piece is arranged by Gary Fry, and it has three traditional Spanish carols from Venezuela, Catalonia, and Puerto Rico. And it's a really sweeping piece of beauty and some very interesting surprises I can't wait for everyone to hear. And the Venezuelan carol is about the journey of Mary and Joseph to Bethlehem. And the Catalonian carol is about the journey of birds to see the newborn king, which is a beautiful setting of this carol. And then the final one, of course, is the Tierra Lejano Venimos, the Puerto Rican carol of the journey of the wise men. And I was especially excited to include this piece because of that, because there's a theme around the concert of the three kings. And Florencia actually has a song as well about them. And so that song is included in Jornadas, The Journey of the Wise Men, as well. We're doing a setting by John Rutter of Three Kings of the Orient. So it all sort of threads together.
We're talking
Love a good theme.
Yeah, it is a good theme. We're talking about the Springfield Symphony Orchestra's Holiday Pops that's happening this Saturday, December 13th in Springfield. And we're joined by the conductor, William Waldrop, vocalist Florencia Cuenca, and Heather Casey Roberts, president and CEO of the Springfield Symphony Orchestra. Florencia, we're talking to you virtually from the tri-state area, and there is a Christmas tree behind you. I believe you're originally from Mexico, right?
Yes, I am originally from Mexico City, born and raised there.
Tell us about some of your favorite holiday traditions from your childhood and from Mexico City that maybe you bring to the tri-state area and maybe to Springfield.
Yes.
Well, one of my favorite traditions in the holidays is something that is called posadas. Posadas is basically a party, but Mexican. So it's like your holiday party, but Mexican. And we have something that it's so weird because it's like a piece of a song that if you are outside the party, you need to sing it so the ones that are inside can let you in.
It's like a password
So-
to a secret speakeasy.
Exactly.
I
And it's
love
just like
this.
4 lines. that you have like to knock, you sing the song, and then we're like, yes, yes, entre santos peregrinos, peregrinos.
but this also...
And that's how, yes, it's so fun. So maybe I'm going to be in the door of the Springfield Orchestra.
You're going to have to teach me the song so I can let you in.
We'll have to teach everybody the secret password to get in for whatever it is.
Absolutely.
Posada means like inn, though, right? Yeah. And so we're talking about the story of Mary and Joseph and Jesus, and there's no room at the inn. There also happens to be a restaurant in Greenfield, Massachusetts called Posadas, which is excellent. If you've never been there, they will let you in whether you know the password or not.
That's true. I think next time you go, you should knock on the door and start singing just for fun.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just to see what happens.
I'm sure they would join in. So that's really fun. William, what are some of your favorite holiday traditions? Where are you from originally?
Well, I grew up in the South in Mississippi. I had a lot of holiday traditions. You know, I grew up singing carols in church, in the church choir, and my mom was a piano teacher. So I really remember all of her students playing holiday music during the holidays, of course, because she would give them, you know, the typical carols. And I always loved just hearing all those songs throughout the holiday season. And then, of course, I would go to the piano bench and try to play them and, you know, do my own versions of them. So I have fond memories of that. And with my family, love the holidays.
I'm going to say that if you are a piano teacher, don't give your students holiday practice until after Thanksgiving, because I do not want to hear those songs like I did in the piano in my living room for my 12-year-old Pax in October. Too early.
Tchaikovsky is always welcome.
Tchaikovsky doesn't count.
Yeah. My pa always said as soon as the month started ending with Burr, we had to listen to Christmas music.
Nope.
Oh yeah.
I agree.
Well,
I agree.
Burr. It's the Burr months. It's the Burr months.
Yeah. And fortunately, we have some Tchaikovsky on the program
nice.
this year. So yeah,
we
exciting.
do.
Speaking of the program, you conducted this program last year. How is this year's Holiday Pops program different from the one you did in 2024?
Well, last year we had Shayna Steele, who's a fabulous vocalist as well, and she brings her signature style to her own music and some of her own music. And, you know, I also programmed some different pieces. You know, this year we're doing selections from the Nutcracker Suite. Last year we did a Hanukkah version of the Nutcracker Suite. And that reminds me, you know, we're also featuring cantor Elise Barber, who's a local cantor and a wonderful singer. And she will present a few Hanukkah pieces, as well as the orchestra will be featured in a big medley of Hanukkah songs. So we also are highlighting the Hanukkah season this year. So really excited by that.
That is exciting.
Cool.
One thing we're continuing to do at the Springfield Symphony Orchestra is really try to show and prove that this organization is accessible for everyone, that there is traditions that we can uphold while still exploring all of these really new, incredible moments. And I am so thrilled that we're going to have Florencia here. I think you're performing some of these songs. Is it the first time? Are we going to get to experience like a real premiere here? Those are moments that we're not ever going to get to experience again. And I feel so grateful that these two amazing professionals are here, going to be here in Springfield and put themselves out to have that moment with us and share it with our community. And I don't know that everyone realizes how special that is.
I mean, it's so special. We've said this many times before. To a city that is the third largest city in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts has its own symphony orchestra. We are really lucky, and it is not something that is a given that will last forever. We must go and be supportive of it and experience it and be patrons of the arts to support the arts to maintain a symphony orchestra in a city like Springfield.
Absolutely. It lets us bring our youth orchestra players on stage with our professional players. It allows our community to come in and see people who look like them on stage that they may not have ever seen before. And I think what's really important is that music can be a career in so many different ways, but it can also be a release in so many ways, and it can be a moment to come together. And that's what we all need right now more than anything, is to just show kindness, come and have some fun. I wish I could say the word correctly so I could let you all to come into the symphony next Saturday.
Posada?
Posada. I will be practicing that for the rest of this week so that I don't get it wrong when you're here. But it's true. What we have is really incredible. And once it's gone, it will be impossible to come back. So I hope, and I'm asking everyone in the community to realize that the arts are essential to our future. They're essential to what we're living in right now. And I hope everybody can come and experience that with us.
Florencia, you really like Christmas, and you've been on Broadway and things. Have you been able to be a part of a Christmas program like this before?
I don't think so. I think this is my first time doing this, and I manifested it. I always put like something in my vision board that I want to do like this year, and I put like Christmas music because my dream is to do everything about Christmas. I want to do a Christmas movie. I want to release a Christmas album, and now I'm doing this amazing concert with the Springfield Orchestra. So I manifested it. I'm so happy that it happened.
Like dreams come true, and proof that if you put your mind to something and you keep working towards it, there it goes. This is a huge opportunity for us as well to keep expanding and breaking out of boxes. So we're grateful that other people are on board with doing that. And thank you for William for introducing us to this incredible woman who will grace our stage on Saturday.
We asked William and Florencia their favorite holiday traditions. We didn't ask you, Heather. What are some of your favorite holiday traditions?
So,
as the president and CEO of the Springfield Symphony Orchestra.
I am also a huge Christmas fan. The holidays are massive, but I also believe that Christmas decorations don't come out till after Thanksgiving.
Agreed.
So don't judge me, Florencia.
And don't make all your appointments and parties.
I did the same.
And can everyone please stop planning every party for the 2 weeks before Christmas? Thank you. Anyway, favorite traditions. We were a big caroling family when I was younger. We all hopped into the back of my grandfather's pickup truck. I grew up in a little small town, and it was totally illegal, and we loved it. Yep. We screamed at the back. We parked in front of people's, We parked in front of people's houses, and we literally did the old school Christmas caroling. That's one of my favorite memories. This new tradition, we do Christmas jammies. I have 3 kids. My mother actually started it, and all of her grown kids and all of our kids all show up on Christmas Day in matching pajamas. And it's really just beautiful because it's actually the present my kids look forward to the most. And then we, force them all to take pictures. So it's a good time.
That is a good time.
Aww. I feel like I should have.
Do you guys have Christmas traditions here?
We have a whole other week to start talking about that.
Okay. We'll come back to it. I love it.
It's the Holiday Pops at the Springfield Symphony Orchestra. It is this Saturday, December 13th in Springfield, and we have been joined by the president and CEO of the Springfield Symphony Orchestra, Heather Casey Roberts, as well as the guest conductor for these Holiday Pops, William Waldrop, and guest vocalist Florencia Cuenca. Thank you so much for sharing your own traditions with us, for sharing your gifts and talents with us and with the whole community this Saturday in Springfield.
And for bringing together such a well-rounded program. It really tries to touch on as many of the things that as many people do for the season as possible. And I think that's really to be commended.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, we're excited. Yes, thank you so much.
As always, head to the Springfield Symphony Orchestra's website for tickets and more details about the Holiday Pops concert and all of their other programming for the 25-26 season.
Live Music Wednesday is coming up with the bombastic, dynamic Irish sounds of socks in the frying pan. But first, words that used to be products that we still use today, as resident wordster Emily Brewster walks us through words that used to be trademarked.
The Steamboat Willies of language, if you will. You're listening to the Fabulous 413 on 88.5 NEPM.
The Fabulous 413 podcast is funded by Hashi Pottery in 50 Arrow Gallery at Eastworks. Japanese-inspired ceramics and textiles, where every piece is handmade in the Pioneer Valley for home, ritual, or someone dear. HashiPottery.com. The Fabulous 413 podcast is funded by Eastside Grill, celebrating 40 years in downtown Northampton, serving steaks, seafood, and American cuisine to the Pioneer Valley and beyond. Open Wednesday through Monday, eastsidegrill.com.
Emily Brewster, President Wordster from Merriam-Webster, our usual Wednesday guest. We're going to have a special Monday Word Nerd segment where we hear Merriam-Webster's Word of the Year from the dictionary itself. You don't want to tell us what it is right now before everybody else, though, right?
Correct.
Okay, just checking. I was trying to make a special premium for listeners of the Fabulous 413 and NEPM, given that you're right down the street from our radio station. But we'll all have to wait until Monday.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's egalitarian.
Yeah. Emily Brewster, today we're going to talk about words that used to be trademarks, but are now no longer.
Oh.
We did talk about some words that are still trademarked a couple weeks ago. What were those again?
Band-Aids and Kleenex, right?
We've talked about those before.
Adrenaline was one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Popsicle.
Yeah.
Crock pot.
adrenaline has not lost its trademark?
That is correct.
That's crazy. Who do I have to pay every time I get amped up?
Yeah, it's only when you want to sell something using the word that it comes into play.
I wonder if Def Leppard had to pay somebody because they had that adrenalized album. Maybe it was just different enough that they could get away
if you're
with it.
changing it into a verb, then I think that you get your own thing.
Why?
Yeah, you verb that noun, and it is not the trademarked word.
I wonder if Band-Aid had to pay Band-Aid brand bandages when they wanted to know if it's Christmas time at all.
Oh my God, the second worst Christmas song.
Do they know it's Christmas time at all?
I mean, here's the thing. I do get emotional when I hear it, but it's so bonkers and bad, and
it's just like it has
a
lyrics
little
in it.
racist.
Like, it's
Like,
one
do
of
they care it's Christmas time at all? Should be how that song goes.
or maybe should they know it's Christmas?
Yeah, like
time?
why would they
Why
know
would
it's
they?
Christmas time at all?
And there won't be snow in Africa this Christmas time.
Anyway, we are back on track, Emily Brewster. What are some of these words that were trademarked that are now no longer?
The word Band-Aid, actually.
Well, tonight, thank God it's them instead of you.
Oh my God. Yeah, second worst Christmas song, period.
Band-Aid, I think that might be the go-to one that most people would know. Adrenaline, they're probably not going to know. Frisbee, they might not even know. Band-Aid,
Right.
they probably know.
That's right, because you notice that if you want to buy Band-Aids, you have to buy that one box that says Band-Aid, because all the other bandages are not going to say Band-Aid on the box. They will clearly, there will be an absence of the word Band-Aid there.
Band-Aid brand and bandages is what their box
Band-Aid
says.
bandages,
Right.
yes.
There's a story behind the Band-Aid, which is that in the early 1920s, there's this woman named Josephine Dixon. She got tired of trying to wrap her kitchen injuries with gauze. And so she talked to her husband about this, and he invented this, sterilized, pre-made adhesive bandage. And he worked for Johnson & Johnson. And they took his idea and they ran with it. So Band-Aid is protected as a trademark in like Band-Aid brand. But if you want to use the adjective, you can. It's generic. The adjective is generic. So if you call something a Band-Aid solution, for example, you're good to go. You're not in violation of any trademark laws.
And no one is enforcing them in your common speech or in even published and edited text. But
No,
like you were saying,
that's right. That's
like you were
right.
saying before, if I tried to sell Band-Aids or tried to come up with a Christmas anthem that meant very well but is terrible.
I have a question with Band-Aid. There's a hyphen in Band-Aid, right?
Yeah.
Is the hyphen important to the trademark in the way that, like, Band-Aid, the band, did not have one? I don't think.
I think legally, no.
Okay.
It's not like somebody else could come up with a sterilized adhesive bandage and call it a Band-Aid with no hyphen.
Right.
There's some sense of intent in there also.
And there won't be snow.
Please
in
stop.
that-
This is literally the worst Christmas song.
No,
It's so
I
bad.
still think Paul McCartney's is worse.
Paul McCartney's is the worst, and
Okay.
this is second.
I'll give you that for sure. What are some more words that have lost their trademark?
Do you ever put something in a thermos?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, thermos. Thermos, that was one.
What a perfect word for what it is.
Yep.
Well, yes.
Therm.
Thermi, the Greek word thermi means heat. We hear it in the word thermometer, for example. And thermos was actually, the name was a product of a contest. The company invented this thing and then had a contest to name this container with a vacuum between the inner and outer wall that kept the contents at whatever their initial temperature is.
Do we know who won the contest and when?
No, I don't know the person who won it.
But they do.
They're going around bragging that, like, I came up with the name for thermos and no one will believe
I
them.
don't think that they are. I have a feeling they're probably no longer with us.
That's probably true,
Yeah,
but I'm sure.
maybe not, because the thermos itself was invented in 1892
Yeah.
Oh.
by a British scientist named Sir James Dewar. He was a scientist at Oxford University, actually. So his name has been kept in the public record, but the person who won the contest is no.
I'm sure it was a
not.
woman that he knew that was probably smarter than him.
Might have been, although the thermos is a pretty good invention.
Yes.
That's true. And the thermos is
Yeah.
a perfect name.
And that technology is still being used. In fact, I'm using one today. I'm using an insulated mug to drink coffee out of.
Mm-hmm.
Ping pong, do you know this?
No.
No.
Ping pong is also a trademark just when you're talking about the game. You can talk about, something that is similar to ping pong, like verbal exchanges going back and forth, a ping pong between debaters. You can say that and be employing the generic meaning. But if you're talking about the table tennis game and you want to call it ping pong, if you want to market anything using ping pong, you better get approval from, now it would be Escalade Sports.
Wow.
They're the ones who own the trademark. It used to be a British manufacturer named J. Jacques and Sons.
Did table tennis come first or did ping pong come first? Was it like table tennis existed and then they renamed it ping pong?
And I feel like this is also
Table tennis was one of the original names. Yeah, it also was called Gossamer and Flim Flam, and it's not really clear. Right, the game was created, and apparently the story of the game is that it was the late 1800s. Some British people were using cigar box lids to batter around rounded wine corks across the table.
That's fun.
Isn't that basically badminton inside?
Or it's like its origins are in beer pong land.
I mean, basically,
yeah.
Snooker halls get real wild when you let people just have their run of the brandy.
Yeah.
I guess this is why at the Olympics they have to call it table tennis and they can't call it ping pong.
And I know people that are like super into the sport do not like to call it ping pong.
Right.
They want you to call it table
tennis.
Another important element, I think, to that original ping pong game is that they would use a line of books to act as the net.
Yeah, because
I feel like I want to play the original game.
Smoking parlors and snooker halls.
Yeah, I want to play the original game too. That would be fun. We should have original ping pong, or I guess original table tennis.
Original table tennis.
Yeah.
Or just call it original Flim Flam.
Flim
Flam's such a much more fun name.
I believe it is the most popular sport in the world.
Is that true?
I think with badminton a close second.
No, it's football.
Let's see.
It's proper football, not American football. But I think that table tennis is really close.
World Atlas says that it is football.
Yeah.
Badminton is number 2 according to Pledge Sports.
How?
I don't know. Table tennis is number 8 according to this.
That seems weird. Badminton is 2? Who's playing badminton?
I don't know, but I know that it's way up there.
I love badminton.
I had to take badminton for my, we had to take PE at my liberal arts school, and my 2 PEs were badminton, which we did as beer and badminton. We'd go to the bar and then go play badminton. And fencing, which was fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We're talking about words that had a trademark that have lost their trademark.
Have you ever been on a pogo stick?
Yes.
Yes.
No, actually.
No. Police.
I had a pogo ball in the 80s/90s.
Yeah, those things were awesome, and we never had one.
They were so much easier for me to do, and yet I still can't do hoverboard-y things.
If you're not a late Gen Xer or an early millennial, a pogo ball was just like a bouncy ball that had like rings of Saturn around it, and you grasped the ball with your feet and bounced up and down on it. My parents got my sister and I actual pogo sticks. And of course, I was like, I've got to try to learn how to break the world record in pogo sticks. And I think I did it up into like the 300s, but that's nowhere near the actual record. But pogo stick was trademarked and is now no longer.
That's right. That's right. When my son was, I think, maybe 9 years old, he got a pogo stick and he, started being able, like one day he could do like 3 in the morning. And then by the afternoon, he could do 50. And then the next day, I don't know, within a few days, he was able to travel by pogo stick. He could just go all the way around the house. And he did one time get up to 1,000 and his hand was horribly blistered. But yeah. Pogo sticks, good fun.
According to the Guinness Book of World Records, the most consecutive jumps on a pogo stick is 115,170, achieved by James Rumeletius, a U.S. American, during Pogopalooza 2023 at the Medal of Honor Park in Boston.
2023? Yeah. That's so recent.
I'm coming for you, James Rumeliotis.
You train for a 43-mile walk. I suppose that you could do it, but I feel like you'd need to start like really buckling down now.
It gets boring. Once you're into the hundreds, you're like, come on, I'm done. Yeah.
You start doing errands and then you just don't notice it. They had to follow him around, like picking up groceries, taking the kids to school.
That record was set about 100 years after the word pogo stick began to be used generically.
Oh, so it's already been 100 years since it's been used generically. Who would have thought it would have been invented more than 100 years ago?
Invented that far back. I thought that was more of a like 40s, 50s invention, but apparently no.
No, apparently 1919, it was patented and trademarked, just called the pogo, and then it was called the pogo stick. The guy, his name was George Hansberg, and he introduced it to the Ziegfeld Folly dancers, and they would use the stick on stage.
Then there's Pogo, the comic. We have met the enemy, and he is us, the Walt Kelly comic. But that's a totally different thing.
Yes, and then you can always learn the Bogo Pogo. In one of my favorite movies of all time, Strictly Ballroom, the only good Baz Luhrmann movie, I'll die on this hill. There's a move in the ballroom world of Australia called the Bogo Pogo, and there's this one character who keeps following another one around, asking him to teach it to him. You gotta show me that Bogo Pogo.
You're going to help me and Vanessa with the Bogo Pogo?
I'm asking you.
Where's some more formally trademarked words, Emily Brewster?
How about a jungle gym?
Oh.
Also 1920s. A man from Chicago, his name was Sebastian Hinton, and his idea for a jungle gym was modeled on a structure that his father, who was a mathematician, had envisioned that was used to teach children to think about three-dimensional space. And the idea was that you would climb to the X, Y, or Z coordinate.
Why jungle? Just because of the alliteration?
I think the alliteration, and then also that the activity was something that like a monkey in a jungle might do.
I guess
right?
that makes
Swinging
sense.
from bar to bar.
They literally have
Also, we
monkey
have
bars on most jungle gyms. Yes, I should have seen that one coming.
Yes. Monkey bars dates to the 1950s. So we had jungle gyms for decades before we had monkey bars.
Huh? You would have thought they would have been there right at the same time.
All right, I've got one more for you.
Okay.
Heroin.
Wow. We're not talking about the female lead in your book or movie.
No, we are talking about the morphine derivative.
Heroin.
Yeah.
Formerly trademarked, but now widely available, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes, but
Yeah.
do we have to phrase it like that?
No.
Okay, great.
Tell us
So
about...
the German pharmaceutical company Bayer began marketing heroin in 1898, and they took the word from the German word heroisch, meaning powerful.
Wow.
And it was marketed as a cough remedy.
I'm sure
It'll work for it.
Yeah.
And it was also used as a cure for morphine addiction. I mean, people didn't, there was this idea that it was non-addictive, and then it was found to be very addictive.
Yeah, well, because, I mean, opium and heroin are all kind of the same thing.
Family,
and we
yeah.
know how much opium has done destruction-wise to the globe. But then interesting to say, like, we're going to cure this with, it's like trying to cure a cocaine addiction with crack.
Right.
We don't know if crack is trademarked, though. Or
Probably not.
I don't think anybody ever tried to make money on the word crack.
Not on the word crack.
I don't think anybody tried to patent crack.
But heroin, capital H, early on, I wonder if it was realizing how destructive it was that made them say, we're going to Bayer's going to backtrack from the capital H on this one. I mean, it's interesting because it does get called H frequently, too.
Right.
Wow.
Stick to aspirin.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got one more for you that is a happier note.
Good. I wanted to end on a happier note. I don't want to end on heroin.
We can end on Moxie then.
Oh, really?
Which is my child's name.
I was going to say, I didn't want to bring it up if you didn't want to, but your child is named Moxie, so there is a proper noun aspect of it as well.
Yes, and there is still a Moxie soda.
Yes,
right? And that Moxie soda, you cannot sell a soda and call it Moxie. But the word Moxie has taken on this other sense of energy, courage, determination, and that word came from the soda. So I had misgivings when we decided to name our daughter Moxie that I was naming her after a soda, but we did it anyway.
You were going to name her OK. Like OK Soda from the 90s, but that was also not a good option. But Moxie is a strong name. What made you want to go with Moxie? I love the fact that you named your daughter Moxie. I think it's cool.
Well, I should be clear that it's not her given name, it's her nickname, but we came up with a nickname when we were still in the hospital with her. It was very much an intentionally given nickname. I think of it as a modern virtue name, like charity or patience. So it's something that I wish for her, is to have this courage and determination and energy. So that's why.
You maybe wished a little too hard with that name, given how much
I may have.
I know
'cause
Moxie.
She really has it.
Well, thank you, Emily Brewster, for giving us this glimpse into formally trademarked words. And a reminder that you can always send a question for the Word Nerd, the senior editor at Merriam-Webster, at thefab413@nepm.org, and a special Word Nerd segment coming up on Monday where we will unveil the 2025 Merriam-Webster word of the year, which I am still convinced is going to be 6-7.
It's not.
But we will have to find out on Monday.
Thank you so much, Monty and Khalees. Looking forward to talking to you on Monday.
Cool. And now to get down with the energetic. Oh, you put this at the end?
I know.
It's the worst.
This part's not so bad. I actually like the keyboard part.
Anyway.
Everything else is terrible.
And now to get down with the energetic Irish trio Socks in the Frying Pan, who'll perform at the Iron Horse in Northampton tonight, and definitely not that terrible Paul McCartney song.
We're going to have a good crack, which is a different type of crack. We'll talk all about that and the Irish part of the English language coming up in just a little bit. You're listening to the Fabulous 413 on 88.5 NEPM.
The Fabulous 413 podcast is funded by Comfort Bagel, scratch-made artisan sourdough bagels, spreads, and sandwiches for breakfast or lunch on Main Street in Westfield and at their new location in Holyoke at 92 Race Street. ComfortBagel.com. The Fabulous 413 podcast is funded by Northeast Solar in Hatfield, specializing in solar installations, battery storage, and clean energy solutions tailored to the homes and businesses of Western Massachusetts. Northeast-solar.com.
Welcome back to the Fabulous 413. It's another Live Music Wednesday, and with us are Socks in the Frying Pan, a multi-award-winning trio from Ennis County, Clare, Ireland, founded in 2014 and forged together by a fire of pure joy and passion for their art. The Socks sound combines virtuosic musicianship with a burning passion for the music and tradition, pitch-perfect harmonies, and a big splash of quick wit and banter.
Their electrifying performances and onstage charm have made them beloved performers of Irish traditional music today, showcasing at renowned festivals such as the Walnut Valley Festival in Kansas, Electric Picnic in Ireland, Tonder Festival in Denmark, and the world-famous New Orleans Jazz Festival.
Last year saw the release of their album Waiting for Inspiration, and tonight, December 10th, they'll take the stage at the Iron Horse in Northampton. Welcome to the studio, Shane Hayes on accordion, Callum Bell on fiddle, and Adon Coyne on guitar, a.k.a. Socks in the Frying Pan. Let's start out with a song.
He was barely a man in his grandfather's coat, sewn into the lining a 10-shilling note. So goodbye to the family, goodbye to the shore. When a man tastes his fortune, you see him no more. A boat on the ocean, it's tossed like a cork, and then one fine morning the sight in New York. So he stood on the gangplank to breathe in the air. Although land of plenty, I've come for my share. Yes, he did like the ladies to rise and the fall of their ankles and dresses down on the dance floor, rolling the dice and spinning wheel. But he took most delight in the slip jigs and reels. Now some say a pistol and some say a knife, but all were agreed there was somebody's wife. Some kind of motion, a terrible fight. Sure, he left one man dead and ran into the night. On a train to St. Louis, just one jump ahead, he'd slept one eye open and a sixth gun in bed. And he dreamed of the mountains and green fields of home, or crossing the plains where the buffalo roam. Yes, he did like the ladies to rise and the fall of their ankles and dresses down on the dance floor, rolling the dice and spinning wheel. But he took most delight in the slip jigs and reels. Well, they called him the Kid, and by 21, sure all that he knew was the power of a gun. And by 23, he'd shot 5 men down and got in his way as he rambled round. Now a bad reputation's a hard thing to bear. Your mother's poor scorn and young children they stare. So he took consolation and fresh company. Your life ain't so bad with a girl on each knee. Yes, he did like the ladies to rise and fall of their ankles and dresses down on the dance floor, rolling the dice and spinning the wheel. But he took most delight in the slip chasing reel. It was wildness hilarious, I heard people say. It's the deadliest ambush near old Santa Fe. A young buck was taken, he was dressed in a coat, sewn into the lining a 10-shilling note. Yes, he did like the ladies to rise and fall, their ankles and dresses down on the dance floor, rolling the dice and spinning the wheel. But he took most delight in the slip chasing reel. Yes, he did like the ladies to rise and fall of their ankles and dresses down on the dance floor, rolling the dice and spinning the wheel. But he took most delight in the slip chasing reels.
Ooh, Socks
So
in
awesome.
the Frying Pan, who are playing at the Iron Horse in Northampton tonight, December 10th.
Shane, I'm curious how you came to the accordion, because I'm always curious how people come to the squeeze box.
Bad parenting is what I usually tell people. I think any parents out there who've got kids that are about to ask them, can they learn to play an instrument? If a kid asks you, can they play the accordion or the banjo, just say, no, here's a guitar.
Have you seen the Weird Al biopic?
No.
It's called Weird. It is all fake.
Okay.
He is a famous accordion player from here, which I'm assuming you know.
He's
but
the only one of us that made it there, though.
I know, but the whole premise is that he's in big trouble because he's secretly playing the accordion like in the closet.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of one of those things that, you've heard that song, A Boy Named Sue?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, so it's like give him the name, so
Right.
that he'll have to develop something. You have to develop charm and personality if you're playing the accordion.
Tell us about this accordion, though, because it doesn't have as many buttons as some of the accordions that some of the people that have played in here.
Excuse me. Whoa, like, I'm on 5 minutes. You're going to start throwing shade.
No, it's really pretty.
It is
Not
a
only does he
beautiful
play
one.
the accordion, but he plays a crappy accordion.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoa,
No.
Like,
But I want to
it
know,
is a
it
gorgeous
must be a different
accordion.
style of accordion, right?
It is, yeah. This is one of the ones you see in Ireland. It's a 2-row button accordion. So like even among the accordion player community, there's a lot of we throw a lot of shade on the piano accordion. People, so like there's a hierarchy among accordion players.
And is this the highest hierarchy?
Oh, of course, yeah. So it's really sad that I can say that. But,
No, it's true, because like you have to learn a lot more with the button accordion than you have to with the piano one, because the piano one you can get by with chords, and you've got like the bass on buttons, sure.
you have to be a lot better looking and much more talented. Yeah.
Adon, tell us about the name Socks in the Frying Pan.
That's one of those things that we have to take to the grave. So. It's,
Oh wow! So
yeah.
you don't tell anybody what it means.
Yeah. I heard that the last living member of the band is allowed to
That's
tell
the
the story.
one, yeah. Which is going to be me. So.
There can only be one.
Shots fired.
Now, this is not always the trio that you play with. Is it a rotating cast of characters, or is it how does it work?
Our current fiddle player is in prison. No, I'm only joking. My brother was the fiddle player for a number of years, and a couple of years back, he just decided he wanted to go traveling the world, because we are world champion experts at going to places and not seeing them. So
As so many bands are, I think.
yeah, you just do so much travel. So
Right.
he decided that, I think, because he came straight out of high school and he went to college, and then as soon as he finished college, that same summer that he finished college, he was straight into this full time. And like we brag that we've played in 48 states, but I mean, how much have we seen of some of the
You've
states?
been to, you'd at least been to more states than I've been, and I grew up here. So
Everyone talks about this library in Portland, Oregon, and I can tell you that I was at the library and the venue that we played in, and nothing else in the entire state of Oregon. So
well,
it was,
at least you went there.
Yeah. So,
We were jokingly talking about the English language and crack.
yeah.
How we mentioned that heroin was a brand name, and crack has a totally different Irish meaning that you were telling us.
Yeah, in Ireland, the way everybody in Ireland says top of the morning to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody says that in Ireland, by the way. Like, we're like yeah, that was one of those things that in Darby O'Gill and the Little People, they decided to come up with something that they say in Ireland.
That
as
movie
opposed
terrified me as a child.
Really?
Oh my word!
That movie haunts me as an adult. So, so maybe we're.
It's fair on both points.
Yeah.
We say in Ireland, instead of like how's it going, we say what's the crack. CRAIC. It's an Irish word for fun. Or so we say like, was there any crack last night, or that guy was good crack, or any crack. You know, it means something entirely different.
Yes, it certainly does.
So you play primarily traditional Irish music, but like your influences come far and wide. Talk about some of the other music that influences what Socks in the Frying Pan play.
Well, I always said that my favorite band was Queen.
Mine would have been Steely Dan.
Oh wow.
I think Journey.
Journey?
If we're on this wavelength.
Now, Callum, you're playing fiddle here.
That's right.
Are you from Ireland as well?
No, I would be the official Yank of the
Okay,
group.
I was going to say, because I don't
Yeah.
hear it in your accent, and I don't
No,
know,
no, I won't
prejudge or anything.
We usually turn off his mic because it devalues the band.
People do love the Irish accent. They are gathered in the other room to hear it.
I grew up not far from here, though, just Leominster, Massachusetts.
Oh, yeah.
Leominster.
Yeah.
Oh, Leominster, home of the, is that where the Pink Flamingo was created?
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will be,
Yep.
yeah, I agree.
And saying
Home of
it,
Johnny Appleseed,
Yes.
despite Leominster.
Right. Johnny Lemonseed. He was so
Exactly.
close.
and saying it correctly. Thank you. I have this fight with my partner who is from the Midwest and refuses to say Leominster properly.
Yeah.
It's Leominster.
It's
Leominster.
Leominster.
Yeah,
Well, there's a very short distance between Ireland and the Boston accent, so
it's true.
Yeah, I love that. Well, let's take a quick little break here, and then we'll come back and hear another song with the band playing at the Iron Horse in Northampton tonight, Socks in the Frying Pan.
You're listening to the Fabulous 413 on 88.5 NEPM.
Did a shovel and stable. He'd mucked away half of his life.
Welcome back to the Fabulous 413. It's yet again another Live Music Wednesday, which we've been lucky enough to have for the past couple of weeks in a row here. We usually do live music only on Fridays, but why make it only Friday?
I mean, there's really cool shows coming in on Wednesdays, so let's encourage people to go out in the middle of the week and uplift their week by seeing live music.
And one of those shows is Socks in the Frying Pan, who are playing at the Iron Horse in Northampton tonight. Let's hear another song from Socks in the Frying Pan.
All right.
Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Socks in the Frying Pan and bringing that sound to the Iron Horse in Northampton tonight. We only have a couple seconds left, but we're in Massachusetts. Boston is a very Irish city. Holyoke, right down the street, is a very Irish city. Is there a state that feels more Irish than Massachusetts?
Always the state you're in. If you're on live radio, you always say that.
You can be honest with us. Is there a more Irish state than Massachusetts in the 46 or 80?
No, I'll tell you why I think Boston or why like Mass is the most Irish state is because they don't care about being the most Irish state.
And that's what the Irish would feel like.
Just like we don't care that we're part of that. County Clare is part of Ireland. It just is. Like people over here, it's like of course we are. It's like okay.
I love that. That's a great answer.
That's wonderful.
Thank you so much for coming in, Callum Bell on fiddle, Adon Coyne on the guitar, as well as Shane Hayes on the accordion. Socks in the Frying Pan at the Iron Horse tonight.
And check out their album, Waiting for Inspiration. It's delightful. It's great. I loved it so much.
On the next Fabulous 413, local wares and gifts aplenty as we talk with the organizers of the Yet Another Queer Pop-Up Market about their third annual winter market happening at Eastworks this weekend.
We'll also hear about the 30 Poems in November project from the Center for New Americans with director Lori Millman and one of the participants, Narissa Niels.
And our weekly chat with U.S. Congressman Jim McGovern. If you've got a question for he's Irish as well. If you've got a question for the congressman, you can email us thefab413@nepm.org.
We're making ties everywhere. I'm Khalees Smith.
I'm Monty Belmonte.
We'll talk to you tomorrow on the Fabulous 413.